A man who lives alone isn't always lonely. No girlfriend, no constant noise, just silence, clarity, and discipline. Most people fear it, but that kind of solitude builds a different kind of power. Watch till the end, because the final truth reveals why the man who walks alone often walks ahead. A man who lives alone without a girlfriend. Mel Robbins' wisdom that will change your life forever. You ever stop to think about why society pushes you so hard to be in a relationship? Why is it that if you're single, people assume something's wrong with you? If you don't have a girlfriend by a certain age, suddenly everyone acts like your life is incomplete. But let me tell you something Mel Robbins once said, being alone doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're building. And she wasn't just talking about passing time, she was talking about intentional growth. Because here's the truth. The man who learns how to live powerfully on his own, the man who embraces solitude as an opportunity instead of fearing it, is the man who will never have to settle for anything less than extraordinary. Think about this for a second. When was the last time someone told you that being single could actually be one of the most powerful seasons of your life? Not because it's fun or easy, but because it gives you the space to figure out who you are, what you want, and where you're headed. Most men waste their 20s chasing women instead of chasing greatness. They spend years trying to impress someone else when they should have been investing all that energy into becoming the best version of themselves. And guess what happens? One day, they wake up in their 30s, look around, and realize they've built nothing for themselves. No purpose, no vision, no foundation, just regret. But today, we're flipping the script. We're diving deep into why living alone without a girlfriend isn't just okay, it's absolutely essential if you want to become the kind of man who attracts respect, success, and ultimately love. This isn't just motivational fluff. These are real principles from Mel Robbins, backed by years of studying human behavior and psychology. So buckle up, because I'm about to show you exactly how to turn this season of solitude into the launch pad for everything you've ever wanted. The myth of completeness through relationships. Let's start with the biggest lie society has sold us, that having a partner makes you whole. You hear it everywhere in movies, songs, even casual conversations. Find the right woman and she'll fix everything, they say. But ask yourself this, how many men do you know who dropped their dreams the moment they got into a relationship? How many guys gave up on their goals, stopped growing, and started revolving their entire existence around someone else? Here's the brutal reality. Love doesn't complete you. Love amplifies who you already are. If you're unhappy, broke, directionless, or insecure before getting into a relationship, those issues won't magically disappear just because you found a girlfriend. In fact, they'll probably get worse. Because no woman wants to feel like she's responsible for carrying you emotionally, financially, or spiritually. A real woman wants to walk beside a man who already knows who he is, a man who already has direction, discipline, and drive. She doesn't want to build you. She wants to join you on the journey you're already creating. Why solitude is your greatest ally. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but being alone feels lonely. Let me reframe that for you. Being alone isn't loneliness, it's liberation. It's freedom from distractions, freedom from obligations, freedom to focus entirely on yourself. Mel Robbins puts it perfectly. Solitude forces you to confront the person staring back at you in the mirror. And if you don't like what you see, no amount of external validation can fix that. Think about the most successful men in history, guys like Elon Musk, Dwayne Johnson, or Jeff Bezos. Do you think they spent their early years chasing women or worrying about whether they were good enough for someone else? No, they were too busy grinding, too busy mastering their craft, too busy becoming legends in their own right. Greatness is built in solitude. Period. When you strip away the noise, the constant texting, the overthinking, the endless pursuit of someone else's approval, you're left with the raw version of yourself. And if you don't like what you see, that's where the work begins. Discipline, personal development, skill building, financial growth. All of these things take time, effort, and laser-like focus, and none of them happen overnight. But the payoff is worth it. Because when you become a man who operates from a place of strength and self-assurance, you attract people who match that energy. People who elevate you instead of draining you. How to stop chasing and start attracting. Here's another harsh truth. Most men approach relationships completely backward. They think chasing equals winning. They believe the more effort they put into pursuing someone, the more likely they are to succeed. But in reality, the opposite is true. The moment you start chasing is the moment you lose control. Chasing means you're operating from a place of lack, from a belief that you need someone else to validate your worth. And trust me, women can smell desperation from a mile away. Instead of chasing, focus on becoming undeniable. Become so locked into your mission, so obsessed with your growth, that people naturally gravitate toward you. Think about it. What's more attractive than a man who knows exactly where he's going, who moves through life with purpose, confidence, and clarity? Women don't fall in love with men who need them. They fall in love with men who inspire them, men who challenge them, men who make them better versions of themselves. This doesn't mean ignoring relationships altogether. Far from it. It means shifting your priorities. Instead of making a woman your end goal, make her a bonus. Build your world first. Develop your skills, mindset, finances, and health. Create a life so compelling that anyone who enters it feels lucky to be there. And when the right woman does come along, she won't distract you from your mission, she'll enhance it. Your mission comes first. At the core of everything we've talked about lies one simple principle: your mission comes first. Before relationships, before distractions, before anything else. Without a mission, you're just drifting. Waking up every day without direction, moving through life without intention, letting circumstances dictate your path instead of taking charge of it. But a man with a mission, now that's a force to be reckoned with. A mission gives you focus. It gives you resilience. It gives you a reason to keep pushing even when things get tough. And perhaps most importantly, it gives you something bigger than yourself to strive for. When you put your mission first, you stop worrying about what other people think. You stop seeking validation from outside sources. You stop settling for mediocrity because you know you deserve better and you're willing to work for it. Call to action. Are you ready to step up? All right, here's the deal. If you're tired of feeling stuck, tired of wondering if you're good enough, and ready to take control of your life, then it's time to make a decision. Right now, in this moment, you have two choices. You can keep doing what you've always done, chasing temporary distractions, wasting your energy on things that don't matter, or you can commit to becoming the man you were meant to be. The kind of man who doesn't chase but attracts. The kind of man who doesn't settle but demands excellence in himself and in others. If you're ready to step up, leave a comment below and say, "My mission comes first." Let the world know that you're done wasting time and that from this day forward, you're building yourself into the man you were born to be. And if this message resonated with you, don't just sit there, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Hit that like button, subscribe for more game-changing content, and let's push each other toward our greater selves. Your time is now. Step up.